Up today on the 57 Studebaker Restoration Project, we're going to do a little rust protection with some POR 15. Hey everybody, this is Tool Dude Tony. Hey, if you're following the series, you know that we've been working on rust on Dorothy, my 57 Studebaker. Hey, today we're going to finally get around to doing the rust prevention with some POR 15. This is a 3-step process. Well, actually it's 4 steps because you've got to like prepare everything first. But then once you finally get everything going, it's a 3-step process. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to clean everything with this Marine Clean. This gets off all of the grease, all of the grime, some nasty chemicals in there. We got to wear gloves, stuff like that. Okay, then once we get that done and dry, we're going to hit it with this Prep and Ready. This is a product that basically etches the metal, gets it ready so that you can hit it with this POR 15, the actual rust protection product. Okay, there was a lot of prep work that went into this before we could even start thinking about putting on this rust protection. I've been working on this for a couple of months now on my weekends as time permits. Let's do a little recap here before we get started. Alright, here's what we did to prep. First, remember the trunk? Big dent in it. Peeled the skin off of the inner trunk, pounded out the dents, took care of pretty much all of the rust prep underneath it, sanded it down. Today I hit it with a 36 grit flap wheel on a grinder. Make sure I got the last of the loose rust off of it. And the inner trunk, did all the pounding out of the dents on that, did all the rust prep, cut the metal out of the back where the rust was eaten through, replaced it with some better sheet metal, some brand new sheet metal. Hopefully it'll never rust out again with this POR 15 stuff in it. This is the metal from under the fin. You can see it. Look at all the pits in that thing. If I didn't deal with this, it would definitely rust through later on. Step 1, we're going to hit it with this Marine Clean. This will clean up all the grease, get it ready for the metal prep. Basically, just going to spray this stuff on. Look at that, it's already starting to eat on the rust. And let it sit for about 15-20 minutes. And this is my inner trunk, part that actually bolts to the car, and this is the inside of the skin that goes on the outside of the car. I got that big dent out of it. Now, gotta get these leaves off of here. We're gonna hit this with the Marine Prep too. This is not Febreze. Now we're going to hit this thing with this Prep and Ready. This is the Rust Converter by POR 15. This, we need to keep the metal wet for about 30 minutes. Make sure that it's really working here. Oh hey, I also recommend using a mask when you're spraying this stuff. This is not Febreze. This is actually some nasty ass chemicals in this stuff. You don't want to get this shit in your lungs. It'll mess you up. Especially spray any bare metal that you may have. Let that soak for 30 minutes definitely. It's been about 20 minutes or so. Rust is colorful. It's interesting. Look at what this stuff does as it dries. You can see it's kind of etched the metal in here. Now, those are the areas where it was the most bare metal. You can see the rusted areas are now pretty much black. Huh, this is cool. Here's our nasty fender once again. Here's the inside of the trunk skin. I'm not going to touch it, but you can see. Look at that. It's etched. Looks good. Here's that area that I patched. The fresh metal looks a little etched now too. Good stuff. And now that everything's dried, it's time to go for the POR 15. This is the paint over rust stuff. This is the industrial strength rust preventer. This is what's going to keep this car rust free for years to come. I went ahead and popped for the 6-pack of 4-ounce cans so I didn't have to dick around with pouring the paint into another container and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm pretty sure that 4 ounces isn't going to go that far. Look how little this can is. Okay, it says to stir it, not shake it. Hey, James Bond, get that? All right, now this is some nasty stuff. You definitely don't want to get it in your lungs. So they recommend using a real respirator, not a dust, one of those little dust things. Use this stuff, because you don't want to get this in your lungs. Because it isn't coming out. This would be bad. Right, and they also recommend rubber gloves. I got these nitrile blue gloves. I hope that's good enough. They also suggest that you wear sleeves, because once you get it on your skin, it isn't coming off. All right, well, let's get started, huh? Hello. 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 Oh, there we go. Yeah, you gotta wear protection with this stuff. Seriously, folks. Okay, there it is after one coat. It's not dry yet, but oh, it's almost there. It's getting there. Well, it's been about a month or so since I've worked on Dorothy. She's in her winter quarters right now, but I wanted to show you what this final POR job looks like. Here's the trunk skin. This finish is just like glass. It's like ceramic coating in here. There's no way that anything's gonna rust out with this on here. This is the inner trunk. This is that area that I cut out from the rust, replaced it with a new piece of sheet metal, welded it in, and then prepped it with that Prep and Ready. Etched it in, made sure that this POR 15 could stick. All of it, this is definitely like glass. This is absolutely beautiful. I love this stuff. I coated the inside of the fin with the POR 15 and just have it temporarily folded back on, just so I can make sure that everything fits and it all lines up. It looks great to me. Hey, this is Tool Dude Tony. I'd like to thank you for watching this episode of the 57 Studebaker Restoration Project. I sure like doing this project. I hope you liked it too. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you'd press that like button and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I definitely won't spam you. Hey, so thanks for watching, and you guys take care. Tool Dude, out of here.